Hey there, folks, and welcome to another episode of Passe Gaming. I'm your host, Mr. Faust, and this is part 14 of our Final Fantasy VII Let's Play. I've been doing some hard grinding since last time we played. Got everybody up to 30, Cloud to 40, and because he needs to be super pro. Just finished the Golden Saucer. I kind of want to go back in, so let's go head over and go back in real quick. Then we'll just move on with the story. We're messing around here for a little bit. I'm gonna go back and mess around for more. So, during my grinding, I ran into Yappy. So, if you're wondering why she's there, and it wasn't recorded, now you know. I just kind of bumped in her. That was that. I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit. Okay, let's get the light on. Okie dokie. Alright, so last time we were interrupted rudely by the Sephiroth. I don't know who the hell it was. Let's see what we got here. I'll try some of the mini games and then we'll move on. Yes, let's hear it. Sorry. Alright, don't read it then. Alright, let's go get in the fight and see what happens. Oh my god. Oh, getting GP is miserable. I'm also trying to race Just like real life. Cool. Alright, let's, I can win a couple. Let's just get enough so we can do a battle. It took me forever to get 10 last time. This is pretty much... Turbo controller. There we go. I'm feeling crazy. Let's just try the regular wrestler. So you get 2 for him. Except he's actually hard. It's Zangief. No, don't talk to her. We'll get 16. Yeah, I can keep winning. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. Alright. I know there's an easy way. I'm probably doing this stuff a little early because I know there's a guy you can buy. There's a guy you can buy this stuff off of GP, and I have to assume it makes everything 1,000 times easier. Because slamming my finger on the O button, and it's not even like just hitting it. You have to strain and shit. Fine. Alright. See if we can get more points. And not blow my arm out. There we go. I wonder if you have to be able to hear me hitting those buttons. The controller is so close up to my face when I'm doing it. Bears. Alright. Alright, we got 15. Right? Yeah. No. Alright. Let's go do the roller coaster and let's go do the battle place. Let's do the battle place first. I've actually, I don't remember doing a whole lot of this my first play through. I think that was 20 years ago. I don't remember much. It's probably high half the time, too. Wow! I'm only gonna be able to do, I'm only gonna be able to get away with doing. I should have saved for 20 and then done it again. That's alright. Get him, Rama! use this guy yet. Look at that beard! Look at his mustache. I'll just keep using him if I can get me through all these fights. It sucks that as soon as I leave this area, I lose my points, but I'll just grab something small just so I can get a general idea of how much I need to save. How slow I'm going. It's like the worst thing you could possibly get. No, don't hit me with that. Fuck you. Even at half health, because his health is so high, it's basically like as high as the other characters. 10 levels behind. They really ramp everything up. I think I should skip this. What is this? Anyway, so no big deal. I'm just gonna keep using him. I'll save my limit for when I need it. I can even go buy some more materia, because I got two characters who don't have a whole lot. Cloud has barely anything. Oh, shit! Fuck! I can still use that. Alright, then... The machines. Chances are lightning's not gonna hurt them that much. No. Thanks for joining the stream, folks. New to the channel. Typically I have a partner, but I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what's going on with him. He's probably watching hockey. That's typically what he does. Oh, Jesus Christ. We also have a Facebook page, just for passing gaming. Still going. We even have a PlayStation group or something. Alright, we might have a little issue here. Oh my god! I got 200 hit points! God, don't kill me. I'm just gonna off real quick. Oh shit! Well, now what? I hit him with a spell? There you go. No, I think we're done here. Tissue to wipe away my tears. Let's see what we need to get like something really nice. Championship belt. Speed plus. I think it's materia. Enemy lure. It's materia. I think that is. I don't have enough for it anyway. I'm getting ether. I'll take that. Thank you. Yes. Looks like some shrapnel. There you go. Never know when outcome is. Alright. Well, that was fun. It's really hard to do anything here if you're... I'm clearly not meant to be here yet. It's probably more doable once you get the chocobo racing and stuff. I kind of want to see what these items do. I need more materia. It's definitely... Alright, let's go... I think I have, what, 5 left? Yeah, let's go. It was fun, but, it's clearly too early to be doing this shit. Come back. Probably when I can, like, breed my own chocobos and do that kind of stuff. Apparently there's a place where you can buy, but I don't think you can do it on the first disc, even though there's technically no first disc. Alright. Let's see what we got going on here. So I've been following the progress of Bloodstained. For those of you who aren't aware of it, if you've ever played Symphony of the Night or any of the Game Boy Advanced Castlevania games, Bloodstained is kind of like a spiritual successor to those games made by IGA, who... Do I have limit again? Oh, I guess it didn't go away from last time. It's basically... The guy, he started working on Castlevania during Castlevania 3 for the NES, and he's been with the company ever since. And he made Symphony of the Night, and all those fantastic ones in the Game Boy, and, who's next to me? Now he did a Kickstarter. At the time, it was the largest, most funded Kickstarter for a video game in all time. Made a ton of money. Okay. Which was really exciting. What the hell is this? Really exciting. And This game looks phenomenal. It looks like everything any Castlevania, like a Castlevania fan would want from a console modern day Castlevania. It's still side scrolling. I mean, it's basically the same thing as Symphony of the Night with, top notch graphics, an awesome score, which was done by the same guy that did the previous games. Like everything that made that game great looks to be in this game as well. It's due out next year, I believe. All the Kickstarters will get like a special edition of it, and then everyone else gets, the regular version, which will be released, I have to assume, shortly afterwards. But I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like a fantastic game. Iga is the man, and I have all the faith in him to put forth an awesome product. Not only that, but like everything about this. Like, do yourself a favor. Look it up. Check it out, and I promise you will not be disappointed. It's gonna be an awesome game. I guarantee you're gonna enjoy it. If you're a fan of the series, even if you're not a fan of the series, you might like it. I mean, they're referred to as Metrovanias, basically because you run around, you access different parts of the castle depending on what you have on yourself, and there's a ton of items to collect, and there's secrets to find, all sorts of cool bosses, and a decent little story. Like original Symphony of the Night didn't have that much story. It had an okay amount for a game that was released in 96. 97? 96 and 97. I don't know, it's been a while. But, trust me, take a look at it. You'll thank me. I'm gonna fuck these guys up. Turn it off. It's gonna be. I think there's 3 playable characters. Of course, one of them has like a whip-like weapon. I think one has a sword. I'm not sure what the other one has. The other one's been kind of under wraps for a while. I know one of the voice actors is David Hayter. If you don't know who he is, he does the voice for Solid Snake in the Metal Gear series. Which is awesome. He's the healer. So, I'm really looking forward to this. Anyone who's a fan definitely should be looking forward to it as well. It's like, oh, look at the time, I gotta go. He's like, oh man, where did the time go? Well, I gotta get going. So, I'm sure I've talked like about moving before. Pretty sure I have. It was probably a while ago those videos aired. But we moved in August, and I have a snow globe collection for my for Christmas. I like snow globes, so I would get one every year. I started in 2010, which is that long ago, but it's very long ago. Anyway, was going through the basement, collecting like all the Christmas decorations. Was going to put some up today, which I did. I put the stockings up and a couple of sort of decorations. And while I was doing so, I found my snow globes. They didn't look too good. Unfortunately, 2 of my snow globes, my oldest ones from 2010 and 11, broke during the move. I was heartbroken. I love those things. was really upset. But, you know, what are you gonna do? It's definitely a death blow. Let's give it to Cloud for now, so I can decide who would be better suited for death blow. So yeah, I was really disappointed that they didn't survive the move. Disappoints probably not the right one. I'm heartbroken. But you know, what are you gonna do? So you know, I got my eye out for what the fuck is this thing? It's a Triceratops with ears. And it just did a wheelie attack. Yeah, it was fun. But, you know, I got some of the decorations up. I put stockings up. I did put whatever remaining. I have, let's see, 4 other snow globes. I didn't get one last year. I should have. See if I can find one for last year. It's hard now finding ones for 2016. You think eBay would have them, but they don't. And I typically can find anything on the internet, you know. It just takes some time, obviously. What is this? Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. We have a little, like, they're kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. If you ever go to Hallmark and you see the willow tree, like, little statues, they're like, they look like they're carved out of wood. They're not. But I have one. I have like a Jack and Sally that like one of those. I put up our metal tree thing. I finally got to put up my nativity scene that I've been asking for years. My wife finally got me one, so I put up a little nativity scene. Not that I'm super religious, but I always wanted one. And a couple other assorted things. I want to put lights up, but I don't know how to hang up lights outside. I've never done it before. I gotta figure out. Maybe I'll check out YouTube or something, or see if there's like something I can buy to, you know, to hang up lights. Because I want to put them around the front yard, but I don't have any to do that. But I'll see if I can find something. I mean, who knows? Maybe That's in my mind to laugh. Stupid. Forgot this game had a decent story. I don't know if I'm sure I have said it like multiple times. Probably when I was playing it, but material. Earth. During my playthrough of Final Fantasy XII, you know, if you want to watch that, you can. It's on our channel. It's all like nicely, you know, put together on a playlist for your convenience. But during that playthrough, like, the story itself was pretty decent. Like, in the beginning, it was, you know, fairly cohesive. And it was interesting. Like Ash was the star of that story, really. I mean, Vam was just along for the ride. Even though she wasn't really in it much until, like, midway through the game. I really enjoyed it. Till I don't know if it's the middle. I would say it's like the last quarter of the game. It felt like the story just fell apart. Like no one knew what the fuck was going on. Like things were just happening. I couldn't figure out why. Like, oh, we're gonna go here and see this guy. Wow, why? Like, this is the first time you're bringing him up. Well, why all of a sudden are we doing this? There was a lot of that. It just felt like either they were running out of time and they rushed it out the door and just kind of loosely threw that stuff in there, you know, so that way it had some resemblance of like a plot. Shit, put me on the other side of the damn car. No. Yeah. That, for those of you who have never heard, the original story for what's the hell? Might have been red, but I think we gave red fire. He already has. He already has. We can give him Titan now. Let's give him Titan and then give the Mog materia to. Sure, levels like freaking way out there. I just felt like Bob was good with Cat Sith just because it was goofy and obviously Cat Sith is a fucking goofball. I mean, that's plain to say. I mean, I could give her Earth. I could give her Poison because I figured she's the type. It's wind magic. Alright, well, whatever. I'm keeping these guys until they hit 25. Why are they all level 34? Holy shit! Because I was leveling up Cloud with Ares and Barrett dead. So I guess the other guys were soaking up some of that experience. Certainly with Ares and Barrett for a while now. No big deal. Shit, I'll switch your info. Oh, that's right. So, the original story for Final Fantasy XII was supposed to be all about Bosch. And, like, you know, his story, like, after he was betrayed and, you know, how he reacted to that, what he did with the rest of his life, you know. And I guess, like, the whole him going after his brother would have been more touching, I guess, you know, oh, I gotta kill my brother, whatever it was, you know, all that stuff. But, Square decided, Square Enix, sorry, I'm pretty sure they're Square Enix, but, actually, I have the game, where did I put it? I can find out right now. Oh, here's my Final Fantasy notes. Let's see, that's X2, that's 10, I have 3, I have 12, I know I have a 7 around here somewhere. It's probably with my other game guides. Those are my PS3 games. Or those are PS2 games. I might have them in a box. Oh, they're down here. I'm sure this is not exciting, but for the first time you have to cross the sand sea, and then I rage quit out of it. Because the amount of grinding you have to do in that game was fucking ridiculous. Not only that, but not having the right, what are they called, gambits, made that game very hard. Now compared to the PlayStation 4 version, you got all the gambits right off the bat. Like right in the beginning of the game, they give you everything. It made the game a lot better. But yeah, the original story was, it was all about Bosch and Bosch's like adventures and his, quest to aid Ash in reclaiming the throne and defeating Van and all that. And I think, now see, I don't know. I think they had some of it done already, because it feels like if you look at the game, like some of that stuff still is like still in it. Or at least some of the elements of that story are still in the game. And what ended up happening is that Square Enix, said no one's going to want to play as an old man or an older man. I mean, he's not an old man, but he's an older guy, Bosch. He's like in his 30s or whatever. Apparently, you can't be a 30-year-old dude. I mean, I loved Arn from Final Fantasy X. Arn was the fucking bomb. I'd play a whole game as Arn. Actually, instead of that shitbag X2, which was an absolute horror sideshow of a game, it wasn't that bad. The whole percentile thing, in order to get to the true ending, was a fucking bitch. I know I've told this story like a million times, but the guide I have, the guide that's in there that I just looked at, it was like a Primus guide. Right? Was it Primus? I'm pretty sure it's Primus. Look at it right now. It is a Brandy's game. It's a Brandy game guide. And what ended up happening is I got to a certain point in the game, and lo and behold, the guide was wrong, and I didn't get that percentile that I needed in order to get to the true ending. It was horrible. God, I was so pissed. I lost out on the full fucking ending of that game. It was a big letdown. I was really disappointed with that. I must have been like 60 hours in that game when I realized, because when you follow the guide, it tells you go here to get this percent. Because like some of the things is like a one-time event, you had to be there right after like a certain time. So you're like, oh, you just got to fight this boss. Go here and talk to this person, and then you get like 0.03% out of 100. And in order to get to the real ending, the ending with Cloud returning, spoilers. And what happened was, in the guide, it told me to go one place first. And what happened was, because I went to that one place instead of the other place, like I think it was a path, and it told me to go right, to the right, when I was supposed to go to the left and talk to someone and then go right. And because I went to the right, I never got that point, 3% that I needed to get the 100%. God, I was fucking livid. It's not the game's fault, obviously, but it is the guide's fault. And what's even more fucking crazy, when they re-released that guide for the PS3 and PS4 re-release, guess what? Something wasn't fixed in it. And needless to say, I wasn't happy about it. Still not fucking happy about it. And like, it was hard just playing that game in general. There was a time where all I played, I played a lot of RPGs, and Final Fantasy I considered, I remember being crazy excited every time a Final Fantasy came out. Like, that was my shit. It still is in a way, just not as much. What the hell? It's like a transformer. Yeah, I just couldn't to continue playing it, and then I even after I got it for the PS3, I was going to go ahead and play it again, right? And I couldn't. I turned it on, and then that opening cutscene, it's very Charlie's Angels, girl power. Not that anything's wrong with that, go chicks. That's cool. They honestly more. There should be more women protagonists in games. Fuck, there should even be more women villains. To tell you the truth, it's just the way that game was presented. It was very J-poppy. Hey girl, I love that hair. Like I couldn't do it. I tried, but I couldn't do it again. It was too much for me to play through that. And trust me, I did really try, because I wanted to play Final Fantasy X2. I thought that would be, it was the continuation of the original Final Fantasy. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be great. Yeah, I like the job system. The job system in that game was pretty neat. I like games with job systems. Harkens back to Final Fantasy Tactics, but that J-pop, Charlie's Angels, Valley Girl kind of mentality, I just couldn't do it. And not only that, but like, I understand it was like 2 years later, but Yuna went from being a very religious, almost like spiritual guide of the people, who went on this pilgrimage, to sacrifice herself to defeat sin, and save mankind. And then she, obviously she finds out the truth about all that, and then she becomes like a J-pop singer. It was a bit much. I mean, listen, people are into all sorts, kinds of, they're into all kinds of things. I'm cool with that. But the whole J-pop, like, it was just too much for me. And by no means take it that I'm like some machismo, like, oh, I like dude shit, let's go out in the mountains and chop wood and wear flannel, and I got a big ass beard. No, I don't want hugs from dudes. That's gross. No. I like women as protagonists. I like games that have strong female characters. Final Fantasy VI had a strong female character. Well, you watched her become strong. Terra's one of my favorite characters. But oh god, I just couldn't do it. I tried. It was just too. It was the tone of that game. It was just too much for me, and I never finished it. Do yourself a favor. If you want a good laugh and to see the pure horror of what they did to Final Fantasy, which I believe they consider a canon, they did a radio drama in Japan, and oh my god, it's so bad. Like, Titus cheats on Yuna or something like that, and like he's not with her anymore, and like all this stuff's going on. Oh my god, it's so fucking bad. Now I'm sure there's a lot of what the hell's the word? Now I can't think of the word. Wait, I know the song. This is from Chrono Trigger. I'm looking it up. Where am I in the game? Cosmo Canyon. Cosmo Canyon. What the hell am I thinking about? It's Chrono Trigger music. Alright, I can't find the music. Or I can't find... Apparently no one else has picked up on this or given a shit. But here, let me play you... you know what? You're not going to be able to hear it. Alright, let's go out here. I'm going to play Frog's music. Watch, I'm going to get fucking banged with the fucking... what do you call copyright because I'm playing Chrono Trigger music. Alright, here we go. Where is it? No, it's not front, you ass. Jesus. Alright, ready? Listen. No, that's not it. Maybe it was it. Here it comes. I know it's the song's different, like not the song's different, but the tone is different, but it's the same fucking song. Listen. Hold on, we gotta wait till it starts again. It's just in my head. Maybe it's just me, but that... Come on. That's, isn't that it? Isn't that it? Alright, let's move on. Alright, damn it. Let's see real quick. So, his whole thing is... Oh, I don't have him in a party now. Alright. I like equipping the characters based on their character. Oh, I have him with Earth. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Alright. That was a bad joke. Call me nuts, but that is the same song. Did I ever finish a story about the, damn why not? Oh yeah, so in Final Fantasy XII, like I said before, it feels like the story falls apart towards the end, and I think that part of that reason is because the original Final Fantasy XII story was based on Bosch and his life. Like you were instead of there was no what's his name? God, what's that nerd's name? There's a whole lot of me not remembering shit today. I got the guidebook right in front of me. I'll just look at it real quick. All right, his name is. I'm gonna remember it like right before I get to the page when they're introducing the game. Van. All right, so there was no Van and there was no Penelo originally in Final Fantasy XII. It was all about Bosch and Ash. And what ended up happening was that Square didn't think gamers like you and I, hello, welcome to the stream by the way, would want to play as an older man. If you ever notice, typically the protagonists in all Final Fantasies, except for 4, 1, 2, and 3, you really can't tell how old they are. Definitely can't tell in 1. Final Fantasy 1's just, they don't really tell you the age. But Final Fantasy 4, I think the main character Cecil's a little bit older, maybe in his mid to late 20s, maybe mid 20s. But anyway, they didn't think anybody wanted to play an older character as a main character, and Bosch is an older man. It's Japanese. Even though Arn was fucking amazing, and I would play a game. That's what I originally was talking about before I got sidetracked. Arn was amazing, and I would have played a game like featuring the travels of Arn and what the hell's his name? Cloud's father. Oh no, not Cloud. Titus's father, Jet. Like I would have played a whole game like that. I think that would have been an awesome story. It would have been an awesome game instead of 10. 10-2 was well, I said it before, but 10-2 is it's a decent game. I like the battle system. I like the job system. I like all that. But that tone of the game, the whole J-pop, Charlie's Angels, all that, like I just couldn't get into it. I tried, trust me, I did. And until the guide sent me the wrong way. By the way, never use Brady Guide for Final Fantasy X2. It doesn't get you 100% for the real ending. I just gave up and never went back. And I tried again when I got it for PS3. I just couldn't do it. It was just bad. Ooh, I'm supposed to be looking for these. Yeah, it's. X2 is I don't even know how to put it in words. It's dumb. And I'm sure a lot of people like it. And that's cool. That people like it. It's a decent game, like engine wise. It's just the story, I just couldn't get into it. But anyway. So yeah, like they never that game ended up getting changed because they were like, no one wants to play an old person. All right. So because of that, 7, 8, we got technically not the whole game. When you get 12, you're only getting part of the game. Some people I'm sure you're like, who gives a shit? And, I don't. It's just, it's the fairy tale. That's not one, I don't need that. It's just, that story, it was like a lot more political. And I'm sure like something between Bosch and Ash probably would have happened, or a whole bunch of different things. I just think that game probably would have been a lot more interesting. Ooh, holy shit. Oh, I see. I would lose the ability to heal everybody if I picked this, though. But look at all the fucking... You know, I'm gonna hold on to it. Maybe I'll use it later. That's a lot of material she can have with that. I just lose the ability to, you know, use all with healing or, you know, lightning or whatever the hell I use. Yeah, it was really disappointing. I mean, I enjoyed 12. I liked the mechanics. I thought the gambit system was pretty neat. Let me rephrase that. I liked the re-release of 12 because of the mechanics and gambits. What made 12 almost unplayable for me, which that was the very first, besides X2, which I don't consider a normal Final Fantasy. I don't consider sequels to Final Fantasies as like they're sequels, like or expansions or whatever. But that's 12 is the very first one I never finished for the longest time because the grinding and the fact that like none of the gambits worked correctly because you had to wait until you can get them. You only got them in certain areas. God, it royal pain in the fucking ass. Couldn't do anything. I only got to... It was really early in the game, too. It was when you're traveling through those, like, towers over the sand sea. And I couldn't... I just grind and grind. I remember grinding for hours and hours and hours, and it was just miserable. And then I get to, like, the next area, and they were all super hard again. And none of the gambits worked right. I never healed right. It was just... I couldn't do it. So I never finished it. And then when I re-released it, obviously because I have a, you know, giant Let's Play of 12, you know, I played through all of it. But you know, the story was good up to a point. I enjoyed it a lot. It, you know, it just fell apart towards like the last quarter. It didn't make sense to me. It was like, oh, you know, we're gonna go here and see him, or we gotta go here and do this. But like, they don't explain why. Like, they don't give any of the characters like a reason to have to do that stuff. Like, obviously Van's the bad guy. Like, they didn't even make that clear. They just gave hints, like, oh, Van, you know, he might kill your ass. Like, they give you hints and like little pieces of information about, like, you know, obviously he had a dirty past, but like the only couple times you've seen Van, he had a big speech, and that was about it. No, I didn't get a chance to look for it last night. I know my buddy who was on here actually downloaded it. Oh my god, look at all these. Oh, very nice. Who uses a fucking feather? I'm not buying it. Yeah, he went out and got it. I think he really enjoyed it. Though he did say that that type of gameplay, like the battle-esque type, like he likes 7 Days to Die, like he likes that survival kind of work together, that kind of deal, type of games. He doesn't like necessarily like the battle aspect, but I think he ended up giving it a shot and kind of enjoying it. Will you fucking let me through? Oh, they're not gonna let me through. I want to mess around with their equipment. I'll just do him then. I've actually been waiting a while to get... Yes! Now I got my elemental light back again. Very nice. Yeah. Actually, I've been spending probably almost 2 hours between yesterday, after the stream ended, and today, grinding. I got everybody up to 30, and then I grinded with Cloud alone and got him up to 40. They actually have a feature in this. Besides the times, I can speed up time. Say look. They also have a feature where you hit that, and you can power game, which literally raises, like, it makes you almost immortal, and you always have your limit break. So I use that for grinding. I'm not going to use it for the main game just because I actually want to play through it. But that's a great feature. I just blew through levels in about 2 hours. I got Cloud up to 40 and everyone up to 30. And I have a stupid amount of money. It's definitely pretty cool. I feel like there needs to be a materia shop here. No, I wasn't getting ready for... I usually just do this with Final Fantasies. Like, every so often I'll just stop and grind with the characters. You know, get them ready. It's a force of habit. Probably because I'm like, used to Final Fantasy and this is typically how I play them. Because there's always a boss battle coming up, especially when you get to each new area. Like, something's gonna happen, so, you know, every time I get to an area, I wait a little bit, you know, I might go to another area, and then I just grind and grind and grind, and I keep doing it. I've been doing it since, like, I don't remember grinding so much in 4. I played the original Final Fantasy on the NES, which I still haven't finished. I plan on trying it again. Ended up rage quitting last time I played. There's a boss in the original Final Fantasy that actually doesn't disappear. He's like a random encounter almost, and he just keeps coming back every time you step on this one spot. And I kept fighting him over and over and over again, and got a ton of levels. And then, what do you want? Sure. I got a ton of levels, and then I died and lost all those levels. I was furious. I lost it was like 10 levels. It was like a glitch in the original game. And then I just didn't go back and play it. I probably will one day. I don't know. Did you kill the guy here at Cosmo? No, I did not. Oh yeah, and Meme King. Like I said, I plan on checking it out. I want to see if there's a demo for that game, because I don't know if I would... It sounds like a game that, like, it would be probably more enjoyable if I had other people to play with instead of just myself. But I'm definitely going to check it out. Where is there a guy to kill at the Cosmo Canyon? Wait. You're demanding. It's getting annoying. Really, the X potion. Oh, I got it. Alright, yeah, I'll do that. Oh yeah, I didn't go to the caverns yet. Okay. Is there a materia shop in here? Because I am in desperate need of materia. Like, really bad. I just don't have enough for everybody. Damn it. Mumble, complain. They actually wrote mumble and complain. That's funny. But yeah, I was just, Requiem. So you played 12, right? I was actually just talking about, just got drunk. Did you know the original version of 12, which they were partly through, like, already making it, was Bosch as the main character. There wasn't even there was no Van or Penelo. It was just Bosch and, like, Ash and all them. Or not, yeah, Ash and all them. And what ended up happening was that Squaresoft decided, Square Enix, my bad, decided they didn't like the idea of, they didn't think people wanted to play an older man, so they made him change it, and they added Van Pinello to the game because they thought it'd make it more interesting. And I think that's why when you play through the game and you get towards the later end of the game, like the last quarter of the game, it all just kind of falls apart. Like the story just kind of... I feel like that's where I'm supposed to go. How does Red get up these stairs? Yeah, it just kind of falls apart, and maybe that's not it. See, that's what I say. I think Bosch was a great character. He had a lot of depth. He was interesting, and Van and Pinello just felt like very shallow, basic Final Fantasy-esque characters. Like, I want to be a space pirate or whatever. And Pinello was just along for the ride, like the girlfriend. If she was even that, like, there was no, like, romance between them two. So I'm not sure. And I know there's like a fruit that he's always holding, and I remember all these people speculating, like, oh, that fruit's like a love fruit, and there must be something between him and Pinello. You never see it. So I don't fucking know what that's all about. But yeah, I think the original version would have been a lot better. And I think that's why, like, the story suffered so much. Because it was meant for Bosch, and they kind of just jammed Ash, or they just kind of jammed Van and Pinello in there. It just didn't make sense. Which is a shame, because, like I said, I liked the story up to a point, and then it just felt like it kind of fell apart. Why does he have no legs? Why does he have no legs? Yeah. I still gave the game a solid 7. Maybe even like a strong 6. My scale's a little bit different. I consider playable games 5s and 6s. There's like your average run-of-the-mill game, nothing fantastic about it. And, 12 was pretty good. Up to a, that's true. This goes back to like the early days of, polygons, and I guess they were just like, fuck it, let's just have them float. But yeah, I gave it a solid 7. I liked the battle system when you had all the gambits. The graphics were beautiful. The soundtrack was great. A lot of the cities and stuff were really neat looking, and I liked all the secrets and all the neat stuff you could find. It's just the story just fell apart. I don't know what else what to say about it. The story fell apart, which is a shame, because that used to be like Final Fantasy's thing. Like, they typically have really good stories, 10 of them, cohesive, solid story from beginning to end. It was self-explanatory. I understood every bit of it. 9, same thing. I haven't played 9 in a long time though either. It might be next on the chopping block. Plus 9's probably one of my least favorite Final Fantasies. I don't know what it was about that game. I think it was because they were trying too hard to be old school, and it showed. And like the real charm and fun of, like, it was forced. Weird. Oh my god, the art book was fantastic. I was just looking at it actually to figure out what the band's name was. I forgot. Yeah, the art book was really nice. I mean, there's a lot of good things about that game. It's just, it fell short. It happens. 8 kind of suffered from the same thing, but not because they royally fucked it up with 12, because 12 almost didn't happen. 8 was a decent story. I wouldn't say solid, because at the end, The very end is where 8 kind of starts to fall apart, but it's still a good game. I love 8. It's probably one of my favorite games. I love 8 more because of the characters, and they're all interesting, and they're all fleshed out. And like, there's a lot of cool moments in that game. The story was good. It's just like towards the end, it was, you know, yeah, 9. I don't know what it is about 9. I used to go back and replay Final Fantasies all the time. Replayed 10, replayed 8, I replayed 7. Actually, I didn't replay 7. This is me replaying 7 now. I used to beat 6 every year. I replayed 2 a couple times. 9, I never replayed it again. I can't remember what it was I didn't like about it, but other than, like, it's not genuine. Like, they're attempting to be, like, silly and old school, and like, oh, we're gonna have some, you know, people are gonna randomly dance when you talk to them. Like, actually, the Chocobos do this in this game. Like, Final Fantasy, you would talk to, like, people, and they would just dance for you. And they tried bringing that back, and the crystals and all that stuff. It didn't feel genuine. It was like, it felt like they were wearing a mask, an old school mask. Like, oh, look, we're throwback, and it just didn't feel like it. And the story was But 8 was good. I loved the gunblade and like having to pull the trigger when you hit someone for extra damage. That was amazing concept. That was really cool. Alright, sounds good. Why don't you show them your apparatus? Yes. It's just, I don't know. It's like forgive me for saying it, but it's like a Chinese knockoff. Like when you order something and it turns out to be like a really cheaply made version of it. Although I order Chinese knockoffs for the kids all the time, they don't know. Yeah, 9 just, I don't know. Some people like 9 a lot. I just don't. Same thing about 7. But my issues with 7 is not so much the game itself, it's with the fans. As I said like a million times. It's not the game's fault. It's just, you know, where a lot of people got involved in Final Fantasy. Why would they allow me up here if there's nothing up here for me to collect? But come on, there we go. But you know, I mean, I like the story of this game. It's a solid story. Can I not look in this thing? I thought that's the whole reason why I came up here. Maybe not. You know, so far I'm enjoying the story. This game had a solid, cohesive story already. Cloud, I didn't like Cloud. I still don't kind of like Cloud. It's that whole silent protagonist thing. I get it. You know, it's so you project yourself onto the character, but like the times he does talk, he comes off like an asshole. Like, you have 2 choices in this game. Whenever Cloud speaks, it's be an asshole or don't be an asshole. And even when he's not being an asshole, he still sometimes comes off as an asshole. I just don't really dig. I just don't really like him that much, but I love Barrett. I like Tifa. I just got what's her face. I don't actually remember a lot about her backstory and stuff. I'm sure I'll remember soon enough. Ooh, I think this is another shop. Oh, here she is. There's such low levels. So everybody, I thought I got everybody to 30, but when I was leveling up Cloud alone, these two were gaining that experience while Eris and Barrett were dead. Like, so that's a quick way to Oh, alright. Did I just get new materia? Oh no, I got a whole bunch of new items. Let's equip them. I want to use the fairy staff, but I got less stuff. Fuck. Alright, well. Oh, wait. No, I don't. She's the same amount. Why does he not have Rama? Oh god, I gotta put their armored. Oh, she already has one. But he doesn't. Alright, let's switch everybody out again. I just want to get their shit all equipped. No! Where they? I'll go find. I think. God, I need more materia. She has nothing. It's murder me. Left again. Alright, Alright. Let's arrange all this stuff. I got a bunch of stuff now that I can sell though, so that's a bonus. Eris as much as I possibly can for the end. Yeah, this will be another long one. No big deal. What the fuck am I looking at? It's a planetarium. Haha. That's cool. He really is just a ball, like, with a body. Is that what space sounds like? Shut the balls! Everybody's already heard. Oh my god, even in the video, he doesn't have legs. the plot, like the life stream and like souls and all that stuff. It this is also like technically Spirits Within came after this, but a good chunk of that plot is based on this plot. At least like the premise. But like I was saying, everybody knows my thoughts and feelings on those games, and they're not necessarily popular ones. I just don't necessarily get it sometimes. But I'm glad that they're remaking 7, and I'm super excited to play it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I just hope, I'd like to see 8 get that treatment, or I would love for 6 to get that treatment. I'd just be scared they would ruin it. Honestly, I would rather them just release 6 and 8 and all that stuff, in like a box set, all the original Final Fantasies. It'd be awesome. I'd play the shit out of them. I would just change the channel's name to Final Fantasy Gaming, because I'd probably be playing a ridiculous amount of it. I should be really getting my my game that I made with my buddies from Nintendo age, for the NES. It's based on our glorious leader Donald Trump. Let me see if I can find the name of it, so it's easy to find. It is called... Yeah, I'm like memory problems today or something. It's weird. Fake News Gavivi. It's a pretty good game. You should check it out. You could probably pick it up on Etsy. Once my buddy gets it gets him into production, you can pick him up there. I don't necessarily be making anything off of the game, but any money that game makes goes to a buddy of mine who helped make that game. He's an actual Russian hacker, an NES hacker, though. Hit some hard times, and he's got no money, and he wants to get his computer fixed so that way he can start making games again. So any money you spend picking up that game, he'll receive $2 from it. And it may not sound like a lot, but is it $2? No, it's $4. Is it $4? Fuck, I don't remember that. No, it's $2. Yeah, and then that way, over time, we'll get some money together and help him towards his goal and pick up a new computer, start making games again. I'm looking forward to this thing called the NES Game Maker, and it literally lets you program action games, like role-playing action games. Looks like a lot of fun. I don't know when they're releasing it, but I definitely want to make a game using it. I think I'm going to base it. I don't know what I'm going to base it on. I want it to be like some sort of action RPG. No materia shop in here. That's fucking me up. Shit. So I guess Fred's not coming back. I don't remember how this game goes. I really should find that guide. Maybe I'll look for it tomorrow if I have the time. It's old. It's beat to shit last time I seen it, but I know I wouldn't throw it away. there's a save point. I think. Let me see. Oh, God. I think. Excuse me a moment. Now, I'm sorry. I was outside talking to my wife. I was talking to a lady I live with. Yeah, the bulbs we have are out. Those big, giant, like old school ones are indoor outdoors. So I was like, oh, look what I found. I was like, oh, maybe I'll hang them up, but I couldn't figure out how. I gotta look on YouTube and see maybe if there's an easy way to do it. I found one downstairs for him. We just gotta write. Maybe you should do that. Yeah. There's food for you. I didn't eat either, so if you just want to put it in there and nuke it. What am I gonna do next? Well, we've already gone over the time, so let's go do the next area real quick. Do I have Red back? Or does he just not come back? Oh, okay. Am I the only one who ever realized this? But Avalanche is a terrorist group. Like, they're blowing up reactors and killing tons of people. Like, I know they're like, oh, we're getting back at Shinra, but they're just killing, like, tons of people. I never realized that. I mean, as a kid, I didn't realize it. I really do now. It's like, damn. Murders. I'm gonna give a spoiler alert. It's probably a large one, so if you haven't, played this game before, you might want to fast forward 2 minutes. Either that, or if you're watching live, just like plug your ears. I don't know. But am I the only one that believes that Ares was not in this game long enough to have that big of an impact? Like, I know people are like, oh, it was the saddest moment ever, but she's literally only in the first disc. And what the game was 3 or 4 discs. So, actually, I don't remember how many discs it was. I think it's 4. I have the game right here. It was... I gotta pull it out. It is... 3. Yep, it's 3 discs. These little CD cases are... So, I mean, she's only in the first quarter of the game, technically, and like I know they wanted to be like an impactful, yeah, that's right, 8 was 4. They wanted to be like an impactful moment, but like even then, like when I was younger and I played it, I was like I didn't get why like it was so sad. I mean, obviously I understood like, oh, she died and that's horrible, and that murdering bastard, like I got that, but I didn't get really get the whole like it being like that big of a deal, to the player at least. I mean, because obviously that was intended to be like something to spur you on, so you'd be like, oh motherfucker, I'm gonna See, that's the thing. I didn't realize there was a date thing. When I was at Gold Saucer, it's just like, all right, we'll pick someone and then go. I ended up picking Tifa, but I didn't realize like if I knew I could pick Barrett, I would have picked Barrett, because that would have been funny. Who was Tifa or like Ares is my dedicated healer, although I already am planning that she's going to eventually leave, so I'm turning what's his face, Red, into my next healer, because I think he has he has the 3rd best magic user, because it's Ares, Cat Sith, and then him. Yeah. I think everyone used her as the healer. I think, doesn't she start with healing materia? I think that's right. I'm fairly sure it is. Yeah, I used her as my dedicated healer too. Like I said, I just planned ahead to use Red as my next dedicated healer. I think I might give everyone, or at least, like I try to have 2 groups. Like I have group like my A team, and then like everyone else is like the C team. So I try to make sure the one person from the A team has healing, and one person from the C team has healing. Maybe even 2. I might do 2. So Red will eventually. That means Red's going to be in the A team. That's fine, I guess. But I don't know. I think I might make Tifa a healer and Red. What if I don't want to take red? You fucking assholes are forcing me. Red has healing, so we'll take Barret. No, you cannot go. Alright, let's do this cave, and then we'll, I think then we'll call an end to the stream. I keep trying to do that whole 45 minutes to an hour, but for some reason, I think it's the save points that kill me. Even though there's one right here, I end up... I went the wrong way. I end up missing that mark. He's just floating. Yeah, I've always been in the habit. I think I learned that lesson from Final Fantasy IV. I only played with like 3 characters, or like 3 or 4 characters, and then they died on me. So I had to quick learn, like get someone else up to par for like healing magics and stuff, and like up to like the same level as everyone else. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to... It's definitely going to be Red and probably Tifa. Because his magic's really good. I think it happens to everybody who plays these games at least once, where you're like, oh yeah, I'm only going to level up 3 people. I have a buddy who only ever levels up 3 people. And then he sometimes gets stuck and then wonders why. You know, because like I remember in like Final Fantasy X, I don't think he leveled up Kimahri, and then he had to do that fight with Kimahri alone and lost like 1,000 times. You know, clearly it was because he didn't level everybody up. Why are we in here? Did you play Chrono Trigger before? M tentacles. That I'm not sure if that's like some sort of tentacle rape porn. What is it? Oh, Bio 3. Yes, fantastic game. I'm probably the only one who thinks it sounds alike, but play that game, or don't even play the game. Like, when you get the chance, hop on YouTube, if you're not already on it now, and listen to Frog's theme song. Now, I know it's in a different tone, as it's more like, it's all done in whistles and shit, and like flutes or whatever. But, listen to that music, and then listen to Red's music, or Cosmo Canyon's music, and I swear to God, it's the same song. It's just like in a different tone. I swear it's the same. I mean, I may be wrong, but I'm fairly sure I'm not. God, I need more materia. I need to get into all materia. All these stores I went to that had materia, and now all of a sudden I can't find it. I love the weird monsters in this game. Like the rhino, the Triceratops with wheels, like tractor wheels. fucking nuts. Earlier in the stream, I played the frog song just so like you had something to compare it to, but see, I swear it like sounds a lot alike. That's what I thought. Like it sounds like it's the same song, but like same chords from that song, just like done differently. I'm trying to remember when. Better just slow down building. I'm trying to remember. I think Chrono Trigger was released in '95, so this game was 2 years later. Gosh, I hope they hurry up with the last DLC for Final Fantasy 15. I really want to play it. I've only heard good things about it, and I have yet to play it. See, I haven't even played through it yet. I want to. I'm just waiting. I want all the DLC because I understand that like there's a part in the game that's kind of boring. Like I think you're going through like some sort of warehouse, and they ended up going back and changing that. Like I guess for the better. They added like new stuff to it, and all they do every month like is add new stuff to the game, new items, like just new stuff. I'm really interested to see, like, I want to see the game with everything added into it, you know, when it's all said and done. You know, so I get that full experience my first time through. You know, it's just a matter of waiting for it to happen. Because who knows when. I think it's... I thought it was December, the last episode was supposed to be released, but it looks like it's not going to be December. It looks like it's going to be maybe January or February. And I know I know that their Square has like this big thing that they've been talking about that they're going to announce. I'm hoping it's this Fabled box set, you know, that we've all seen rumors for. It's probably not, but hoping it is. If it's not, then it's probably the. I'm trying to decide if I need all on restore for him. If it's not, then it's probably the last episode for 15. I also know, like, now they have like an online feature where you get to run around with other people. I'm interested in trying that too. I swear someone was... Well, maybe he's not poisoned. I want to get that materia scene up there. Oh, shit. Yeah, I heard there's a lot of backstory. And actually, there's that other Final Fantasy added effect. Adds materia element equipped to equipped weapon or armor. Adds materia status to equipped materia status. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, I seen that. That looks really cool, actually. I don't understand what this materia does. What is it called? It's called added effect. Just give me a moment so I can look this up real quick. Added effect. Materia. Oh, I see. Support materia needs to be paired with another type of materia in order to benefit from its effects. Huh. Alright. And then elementals, I'm fairly sure elemental is what I think it is. Yep, there it is. Oh, you could add steel to it. Oh, I know who I'm going to give that to. Ooh, counter. All materia except for support materia. Makes weapon take on elemental properties of linked materia. Okay. So it's exactly what I thought it was. I'm saving that for Tifa. Yeah, is it Gun Gleave? Something Gleave? It's like a weird 8-bit looking game, or 16-bit looking game, that I got. I downloaded it from PlayStation Store a while ago, but I don't know exactly... Shit, Dylan need to be healed. I'm not exactly sure what the game is about or whatever. I think it's supposed to be like a prequel. So I know they came out with a movie or a TV show or some sort of like video of that was a prequel, and then they came out with a game that's also a prequel. And I was gonna play through or watch the movie and then play through that game. Let me see if I can find what it's called. Now it's gonna drive me nuts. Final Fantasy 15. Is that what it is? You play as the father, and that's a prequel, right? And I know it's not a normal Final Fantasy, so like, how would you go about that? Isn't it like an action game almost? Kingsglaive, that's what it's called. Oh, the Phantom Wiki is so bad. I was like waiting for it. I know it's some sort of action game, so it's different than like your typical than this, for instance, or even Final Fantasy 15 for that matter. But I definitely want to. Shit, how do I get across? Do I have to jump down? I stuck? I'm gonna heal again. I gotta figure out what that, how the hell I get out of here now. I'm stuck. I'm sure there's a way, I just haven't seen it. I can't just walk on that liquid though. But I really needed that materia. Look at that, I can't get down. Well, I can't figure out how to turn down this, this path. I don't think I can. It's like slick. Oh, fucker. Oh, you fucking bastards. Alright, I got a feeling it has to do with this little weird... Nope. Aha! Alright, we got it. Oh my god. I was about to lose my shit. Alright, can't get up that. Can I jump? Let's go down here, then. I have that Pokemon mentality when it comes to these games, so try to collect it all. Except 12. I got 12. Yeah, I'm not collecting anything else. At 10, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back and try to get all this shit and, you know, get all the different material, well, it's not material, all the different summons, and I didn't realize when the re-release of 10, it's the Japanese re-release, and it had those, like, dark summons. Oh my god, I got my ass handed to me all over the place. That was miserable. It's one of the things that's keeping me from replaying it. Like, I want to do a stream on it. Guns was supposed to do a stream on it. He lost interest or something, I don't know. Guns has a habit of starting things, but he also has the habit of, like, I mean, the thing with streaming and having a channel, don't look at the views. Like, just don't give a shit about them. You know, have fun. It shouldn't be about your views. Unfortunately for him, he decided to pay a little bit too much attention to views and stuff, and, you know, he wasn't getting a ton of views. I don't know what he... I mean, we were a new channel. I don't know why he was expecting, you know, a whole lot of views. But he was, and because he wasn't getting, you know, a whole lot, he stopped playing. It's not the first time he's done it. He's done it with, what was it? He did it with, what did he play after Final Fantasy X? Oh, he played Destiny. He got 2 episodes out of him of that. Then he stopped. And then he played... What was the other game? No, it wasn't Assassin's Creed. It was Assassin's Creed. He played Assassin's Creed. And then never finished that either. I have a whole series of games that he didn't finish. Yeah, I mean that's how I see it. I told him, I was like, dude, just play the game and have fun. Like, for some reason, he streams one, he has 2 playthroughs, so he streams one of his playthroughs, and then he has his own personal one. And I'm like, well, why do you do that? I was like, just play the game and stream that playthrough. But I think he wants, when he when he goes through it the second time, like he wants to know where everything is, and you know, that way he can show people, and also like that way people see him just absolutely destroy the game. But you know, I was like, just play the damn game. I was like, we gave you a whole segment, and it went to waste. You didn't use it. It's not a big deal. He's a very close friend. And I'm glad to have him on the channel. And when we're together, we have some really good dialogue, he and I. But you know, he gets in these moods where he doesn't play. That's what I said. I have a lot of fun, like, you know, meeting new people, and I've met like all sorts of people. Am I stuck? This is dead end? Must be. Doing this. So, I don't know. I'm sure he'll get over it eventually. Right now, it's pretty much just me doing the brunt of the work, and my buddy Archie, he does videos. He does like one a week. That's all I really ask for. He does the horror games, which are a lot of fun watching him play. He's like the face camera, so you get to see his reactions and stuff. It's funny because he's a military guy, and then you watch him scream like a little baby. You know, oh my god. Yo, this thing's fucking me up. I'm gonna hit you with a bolt 3. Gee, that was close. I only got 290 experience for that. Are you fucking serious? The monsters outside give 600. Fucking assholes. Yeah. I don't think I was expecting that to be that strong, and I wasn't prepared. Oh, I went the wrong way. Fuck. I kind of feel like red needs an all, if I could find one. I need more materia. It's really becoming a problem that I can't find any. It was like materia out the wazoo earlier in the game, and now I can't like find, like the last 2 places I've been to didn't have materia for sale. Pain in my ass. Oh, I gotta fight another one of them spiders. Here's nothing. I'm just gonna do a fucking haywire in this thing. Eat some of that. Look at this dude's mustache. Oh, fuck, that didn't kill him. I know, it's freaking nuts. Hold on. I gotta get my daughter a treat. She won't friggin' leave me alone. Kaya! Kaya! And I call her, she don't answer. Here. One for you and Bubby. Alright. Aww. Fuck. I thought this was the way to get that chest. Save that break. Boom! Alright. We clearly can't get anything over there. Oh, this is how you get this chest. Nice. That's a fair window. Okay. Yeah. I think I have to go through this next web and then go over. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of fighting those spiders, especially when you get like piddly shit for experience. Look, that thing that took 3 hits gives me as much experience as this guy right here. Much. Whoa! Damn, that was awesome. Maybe I'll switch this around. Oop. Oh. I didn't realize I could do that. I'm just gonna make freaking Cloud here beast. There you go. Now he has Death Blow and Lightning. There we go. Ooh, Turbo Ether. Sounds like something Hunter S. Thompson would be drinking. Alright, I think this is it. I feel boss fight come on. Father, that grandfather, that warrior. Ho ho ho! It's your pappy! Let's go murder him. Ooh, it's got monster face. Okay, I'll hit him up with that. Oh, shit. Look. Alright, this guy I use it against, right? Yeah. First, let's do a cure. And then... Did he just possess me? That did not only speed things up, it killed him. Awesome. Thank you for that tip. This saved 15 minutes of me fighting him to the death. Were you trying to give it to your own guys and mistakenly picked them? Because I do that a lot in this game. Ooh, gravity. Damn I. I'm gonna give it to someone else. There's that music again. I keep, like, expecting Frog to, like, crawl out. Yeah, they do it in a good way, too. Like, it's not forced down your throat. You know, you go to each area, and they tell you a little bit about their backstory, and you go to the next area and do it. It's real, it's a good way to do it. It's not like 12, it felt like forced and unnatural. Like, the flow wasn't right. Like, the flow in this is perfect. Again, folks, and you heard me say it a million times, no qualms with this game. It's a great game. It's just that, you know, I don't think it's the best Final Fantasy. And a lot of other people agree with me. Game Informer even thought the same exact thing, that Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VI are the best, you know, RPGs ever. This is up there, man. It's a damn good game. They did a lot of things right with this. And I think one of the reasons why this game's so good is because Final Fantasy VI was a great precursor. You know, they did everything. Everything was on point with that game, and then they just used that with this. Just kept it going. 8, same thing. They did really well, although the story fell apart a little bit there. Towards the end. That's not a big deal, but all the characters were really well fleshed out. And I don't remember 9 well enough, honestly. Yep. That's a shame too, because like I don't think a lot of people, like especially younger folk, you know, they may have started with 15 or 12 or 10. I think another reason 10 is really popular is a lot of people started with 10. But a lot of people don't get the opportunity to go back and play these older games. Now, on the PlayStation 1, they did re-release all the Final Fantasies 1 through 6. They didn't release 2. Was it 2 or 3? One of them they didn't release. But, you know, so that PlayStation generation, that did, you know, probably begin with this game, they had their opportunity, PSP is right, had the opportunity to replay them games, which was awesome. But, like, Square hasn't done that in a long time, and it was, like, a big deal when they released 7 again for the PS4. Not the remake, I'm talking about, like, this. The same thing with 9, although people, like, I don't think anybody gave a shit that 9 was released. I'm sure people have played it, obviously, and picked it up, but it didn't have that big impact that, like, 7's getting released in honor of the 7 remake, you know, and that was exciting. But, like, they could release 8. You know, this doesn't look too bad on the PS4 in HD. I'm fairly positive that 8 looks good. I'm also positive that, like, 6 and 4 would look fantastic. I think they would look like really good in HD. You know, I've said this like a million times. Pixel graphics tend to hold up far better than polygons. I might have already told you this story. I might have already talked about this in one of these in this playthrough. Yeah, that's what I was playing. I think I played Final Fantasy 1 on the PS3, and then I was going to play 6, but 6. Well, that's another interesting story. So, Final Fantasy 1 got a nice shiny remake. They used Super Nintendo graphics, and then they, you know, it was basically the same as that game, just done with Super Nintendo graphics, and then they released it. Looked pretty damn good. And then they gave 3 a makeover and released it. And then they did... What did they do? 4? I believe they did... I don't think 4 got a makeover. I think 4 is released along with... how did they release? Oh, with 5. 4 and 5 came out together. And then they released... I'm gonna go up here and save. Actually, I'm gonna save out here. Then they released... Well, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, the movie. And since that tanked and they pumped a ton of money into it, they were in a very real situation of going under. Very real situation of going under. So, they rushed out the Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 6 or 3, but yeah, whatever, onto like anthology set, and the emulation is horrible. There's loading for loading screens. That's how bad it is. It's a solid, like, why did I give this guy money? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, there's like a solid almost 2 minutes in between loading screens, and you know, we're used to the Super Nintendo when you get into a fight that it's instant. You're already fighting. It's already the battle screen. Not this. In the remake, or like, you know, the anthology set. Where's this bottle? Every fight you get into, it takes like a minute or two for it to load. That is fucking horrible, especially for a game where you get in constant fights. Even this game, you get in a fight and the fight is instant. It instantly loads. But for whatever reason, in 6 and even in Chrono Trigger, there's loading, and it's bad. It's unbearable. And I love that game. Like, I would play that game under any circumstance. But the loading, I just couldn't do the loading. He keeps saying, I've been to the inn. Where is this bottle? Oh my god, I found materia. I don't need another one out. I've actually never played Shadow of Colossus, and I think it looks really good. I've only ever heard good things about that game. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be awesome. I've seen like the graphics and stuff for it, so I think it's going to be really good. Although I do keep hearing one complaint from my buddy. Yeah, I plan on it. He says it doesn't feel like it's been long enough for that game to be getting a remake. Like, it's kind of like what movies do now. Like, is it too soon? Is it too soon for a remake for Shadow of Colossus already? That was a PS2 game, wasn't it? Didn't they also, like, remaster it for, like, the Xbox? I may be wrong. I'm fairly sure they did. And maybe it's not too soon. I don't know. What bottle is this fucking dude talking about? Either way, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a really good game. I hope they do, or at least I hope it's the same game though. The same goes for Final Fantasy VII. If you're gonna remake the game, make sure you keep the spirit of the game. Goofy things and all. Even if the dialogue's a little like, "Hey, how are you?" A little corny. Keep it in there. It's part of the game's charm. That's what people fell in love with. All right. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to end the stream here. It's been going on way too long. It's double what it should be. Plus I got dad stuff to do now. So thank you as always, Requiem, for hanging out with me. Last video I actually added a link to your YouTube channel. So if any of you folks want to check out his channel, just check out part 13. Is it 13? Are we on 14? I think part 13. At the end of the video, you'll see a link to his channel. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me, folks. I definitely want to play some more. I really do. But I'll have to wait for another night. But as always... it's a cat attacking me. What are you doing under there? As always, thanks for joining me. And I hope to see you again. Let's save before I forget. I just end the stream without seeing it. That would be horrible. Alright, we're good. Alright, so thanks again. And, toodaloo. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We have a Facebook page if you want to check it out. We even have a Twitch channel. I think it's Passe Gaming. I think it's Passe_Gaming for the Twitch channel. And for Facebook, it's just Passe Gaming. Nothing all that to it. Alright, take it easy.